They have thoroughly beaten them. The question is, have they knocked them out? 2 Declan Rice free kicks, 2 of the best goals you'll see this season, along with Mikel Morena's wonderful effort. Gary, where does this rank in recent Arsenal nights?
Oh, this is the biggest night, without a doubt. And anyone who talks about those free kicks, they're probably, as the years go by, we'll be saying it was 40 yards out, it was 45 yards out. It was unbelievable. Declan Rice, amazing quality. And that has been the difference.
Bukayo Saka's return crucial. He caused Real Madrid no end of problems and won both free kicks for Rice to thrash into the top corner. Vinicius nowhere near it. Real Madrid nowhere near the hosts. They meet again at the Bernabeu next week. Mbappe and co with work to do, even by their standards, to turn it around. Full time in North London. Arsenal 3, Real Madrid 0.
This match was brought to you by MasterCard, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
Well, did anyone see that one coming? I'm watching.
I think Kenny and Martin might have seen it
I
coming.
should say, Martin, I didn't get your pre-match prediction, so I think you would have gone 3-0 for Arsenal.
Well, thanks, Owen. Yeah, I'll take it now. What I said at the beginning was that you've got Modric in the middle of the field, a 39-year-old who's been a splendid footballer throughout his career, but he cannot move now, he cannot run anymore. And it's all very well you having a player like Modric playing at against Las Palmas when you want to hold on to a 2-0 lead or something like this here. But you're away to Arsenal at the Emirates, who've got running power in the side. Declan Rice, if I'm Arteta tonight, I'd have been saying to Declan Rice before the game, you know, you will be able to pick him up even if you make 30-yard runs into the penalty area all the time. You'll still be able to get back in again because Modric will not be able to sort you out. And Camavinga, the only thing he did was get himself sent off. He's so ordinary, it's unbelievable. So you're carrying 2 players in the middle of the pitch. Arsenal dominate at the middle of the pitch, but then you've got Saka coming in, playing brilliantly, and then Rice's incredible goals.
Incredible. Mikel Arteta said it was the biggest night of his managerial career. He'll be very happy with how it went. Shay Given. I have to say, I didn't know Declan Rice had those free kicks in his locker.
I don't think Declan did, to be honest. No, it was amazing. I mean, I'm the sort of first one to sort of say, does Arteta ever get questioned? And now I'm questioning myself because that was such a special performance from Arsenal. It was 3-0 and it could have been more. I mean, Courtois made a few brilliant saves as well. Real Madrid were hanging on for dear life. I've never seen Real Madrid play as bad as that, especially second half. We showed some clips at half time. They were decent. I don't think Ray even got a touch of the ball with his gloves in the second half. Real Madrid were miles off it. And Arsenal, the belief they will get from this game is just phenomenal going to the Bernabeu next week. It'll be, I think if they don't go through now, then it'll be a travesty.
Yeah, immense performance in the end. Maybe a little bit tentative first half from Arsenal. The better team. Spoke about going into half time. I'm sure the conversation would have been, come on, a little bit more belief. There's a game here to be won. And you felt once that first goal went in, it was just a surge in confidence and belief within the team. And you have to remember, this isn't a full-strength Arsenal team. This is an Arsenal team which came onto the pitch tonight with no centre-forward, without the first-choice partnership at centre-half. Their talisman figure on the wing, Saka, hasn't played in almost a game, started a game in 3 months. But, you know, they pulled together as a group and they finished so strongly. They really did. They were thoroughly deserved.
Great night for Martin Odegaard against the club he joined as a 16-year-old, their youngest ever player. Real Madrid. Didn't happen for him there. It is happening for him at Arsenal. And he's the captain on an absolutely historic night, Shay. I mean, this is one of the greatest European nights since they knocked Real Madrid out in 2006. They're Real Madrid's bogey team in the Champions League.
It looks that way, doesn't it? I mean, it's a special story. Obviously, he spoke this before the game, didn't he? How special it was for him and his family tonight, actually, because it's the first time he's played.
He's probably milking it there as well.
He's milking it, yeah. I'll be probably milking it as well. We just beat Real Madrid 3-0. But there's a little bit of a backstory there, obviously, being at Real Madrid as a kid. But yeah, he's the captain. And there was times tonight it actually showed Odegaard and Saka linking up again to show that old pairing that's been missing for long periods of this season. And if Saka can stay fit and Odegaard can get back up to the levels, They're a decent team, this Arsenal.
Does everyone think this is over, or is there a second leg comeback in the offing?
No, it's not. It's not over, because we know, I think, what this Real Madrid team is capable of, particularly that kind of front four, which didn't really function at all. I don't think I've seen that all season. We spoke about maybe frailties before the game. We were talking mostly about the defensive side of the game, the defensive structure. We never really spoke about their front four. You can't trust them. Well, tonight they were an absolute shadow. Mbappe, Rodrigo and Vinicius in particular. I thought Bellingham done okay. Probably him and Asensio at centre-half were the only two players in Real Madrid jerseys to come out with a little bit of credit. Apart from that, nowhere near good enough.
Martin, is it over?
No, well, 3-0, it's a long, long way back. And the way that Real Madrid, you're asking Real Madrid to change things in what is a matter of 7 or 8 days or something like this here. Right, they're capable of scoring a goal. We said at the beginning, because they've got the ability to do that there. Vinicius was very, very poor. Mbappe never got a kick. And Rodrigo hasn't had a kick since he scored in the first couple of minutes against Atletico Madrid, way back in the previous round. So they've been really ordinary. But it's the fact is that they're capable of conceding. This is the whole point. They're all over the place. And eventually, when you're being well and truly beaten, of course, you don't find any energy to run. You don't do any of those particular things. So the last 10 or 15 minutes is gone. I thought to myself that they might just try and get a goal. Try and just get a goal to get back in, to give them something to hold on to. 3-0 is a long way back.
I think they can score. I think they can score. They can score 3 goals in this set. Well, actually, wouldn't surprise me. What would surprise me, though, they can keep a clean sheet. Yeah. For the reasons that we're talking. I think Arsenal can go and score.
You made a point at the start. You made a point at the start, and I've been critical of their midfield at the end of it. And then you said, and probably quite rightly, but who are they going to bring in? This is the whole point. It's all right. It's all very well saying that we'll replace it, but they need some energy in the middle of the pitch.
Well, also Camavinga is suspended for the second leg.
Well, that's good news for Real Madrid. That's really good news for Real Madrid. Seriously.
Was he that bad, Martin?
Look, I don't see it.
He's better than that, Martin. He's better than that, to be honest. He had a poor game tonight, you're right.
Well, he would need to be. He would need to be better. It's not just tonight. When I'm talking about a midfield player, when you're playing for a team like Real Madrid, I think you've got to be able to do something. I don't see it in his game. I don't see it. I can see him. I could do what he does. He gets the ball and he passes it 10 or 15 yards and gets it back. And because he's left-footed, he looks a wee bit better. That's all. That's
more of a digger. You're right. He's more.
That's all.
Toussaint's probably the more accomplished ball player, man. He'll come in for the second game, maybe give him a little bit more in central midfield. But he's out. Camavinga's out now.
Well, as I said to you, that's good news for Real Madrid. But what I'm saying is that when you're Arsenal, and I know I said it at the beginning on, but I genuinely believe it. When you see that Modric is playing against, he's been a great player. I'm not critical of that. He's been a fantastic footballer. But you can't expect a 39-year-old been up to do these things away from home against Arsenal. They're just going to outrun you.
A mountain to climb, to say the least, for Real Madrid in the second leg. An absolutely historic night for Arsenal. 3-0 winners